The stage is set. The New York Liberty are set to take on the Minnesota Lynx for the WNBA Finals. This will be the 6th appearance for the New York Liberty, who are trying to get their first WNBA title. Against them is the Minnesota Lynx, who went 3-1 against the New York Liberty this season.
Comes up short. They come back from...
Appreciate you watching. For our producer, Bill Thayer, our director, Corey Fitz, and Minnesota 2024 Commissioner Cup champs.
New York does have some bulletin board material to go to.
And there's more than one way to be successful. You can be a super team, or you can win collectively. And I love that that's the two best teams to show there's different ways to do this thing.
I think it's really fun. I love when you have crowds like that and then you get to silence them, like with Courtney's huge block or BC's huge three or anything like that. So I think we feed off the crowd no matter if it's for us or against us. It's just really great to have all these fans, and it's almost more fun, honestly, in the opposing gym because the ability to silence all those people is just really fun.
Sabrina Ionescu is going to be key in this series. Sabrina Ionescu used 2 words to describe how she's feeling: locked in.
To be honest, I've been really just locked in, watching some shows on Netflix with the long travel. But I would say no. I mean, I've kind of put everything on back burner from, having 25 people come to the game tomorrow, all traveling in from California, and not really spending too much time with them, just staying locked in on this series, knowing that I'll be able to see them in about a week and a half.
One thing that you guys have said is job is not done. What do you think are the keys of improvement that this team needs just to get the job done in the long run?
I would say just defensive intensity. When we've been able to see how our defense has dictated whether we win or lose a game, and it's a lot of things in our control, denying the ball, making things difficult, rebounding, effort plays, 50-50 balls, all those small things. We're able to win, not pretty, and I think that's really important. In this finals, it's not going to be like it is in the regular season when you're just up by 20 and everyone gets touches and everyone's happy. I think it's that understanding of sacrifice, and whatever the team needs, whatever the game at hand needs in that series, that's what you got to do. And I think everyone is completely on board with that, and that's kind of going to be that X factor that we need in this series.
The New York Liberty need key play from Jonquel Jones. The only game that the New York Liberty won this season was the best game that JJ had against the Minnesota Lynx in the season series, where she recorded a double-double, and they quote-unquote got their lick back.
We had to get our lick back, man. They had our number, so we had to dig deep.
And how important do you think JJ will be in this series? The one game that you did win against Minnesota this season was the game that Jonquel had a double-double, and obviously you're undefeated when she does have a double-double. So how important do you think it is to feature JJ in this series?
It's going to be huge. I'm not worried about JJ. I know she's going to come in ready. She wants to win just as bad as everyone else, and she understands what she needs to do and how we can help her get in that position. And so I know she's going to be ready offensively, defensively, that post presence that we need, the rim protector that we need her to be in order for us to win.
Taking care of the basketball is going to be extremely important for the New York Liberty.
The biggest thing when they beat us is we had like a ridiculous amount of turnovers. Sandy gave us a stat where it was like we had 60 turnovers in those 4 games and like 65 points off that. It's like insane. Insane.
Fee's obviously the featured player for Minnesota, but how much will it take just to take care of the others like Courtney Williams and Bridget, as well as Kayla McBride?
Yeah, I mean, I think that what makes Minnesota so special is the way that they really share the ball. I think that, like 77% of their points are off turnovers. I'm just a statistician now because they told us earlier. And they move the ball well, and they're shooting with confidence, so we need to kind of run them off their spots and make sure everything is a tough contested shot. Like, shots are going to be made in this series, but they need to be hard shots.
The New York Liberty recorded a postseason franchise-high 47 rebounds in their win against the Las Vegas Aces in Game 4 of the semifinals. They are going to continue to need to rebound at a high level in order to beat the Minnesota Lynx.
Making Fee kind of play on both ends of the ball, knowing that most likely she's going to guard me and continuing to put her in a lot of actions defensively. And then when she gets to the ball, like making her take tough shots, knowing what she's trying to get to. She's trying to get to the right shoulder fade, like gonna go downhill going left, and understanding the scout, and like I said, contested shots. She's gonna make some because she's a great player.
Is there any superstitions or anything that you have to stay locked in and stay ready for the upcoming WNBA Finals?
Don't even get me started on these superstitions. I got to get out of this because it's not healthy. From my husband wearing the exact same outfit to every single playoff game since we lost. He hasn't shaved, his beard, hasn't cut his hair. He eats 3 cookies before every single game. We eat the same dinner. Like, I could keep going, and it's really not healthy. So as soon as we wrap this up, I gotta start over. I gotta cut my hair, I gotta do my nails, I gotta do everything that I didn't do before, because we're in this little cycle right now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I spoke to forward Breanna Stewart today and asked her about the condensed playoff schedule and if she'd like to see any changes in the playoff structure in the near future. On your way walking through the hallway, I heard you talking about the condensed schedule a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think the WNBA can do better about this condensed schedule?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's really kind of difficult for everyone in this situation. Obviously, Minnie just played like literally last night, has to come here, and then we play again tomorrow. And this is the biggest moment of the season, and it's going to be condensed into possibly 10 days. That's the thing, is you want people to be their best, but also giving teams time to prepare and scout. I don't think it was always like this schedule, and we need to kind of extend that part out of October 20th.
Absolutely. And speaking of extension, how much would you like to see the playoffs extend? We have the 3-game series in the first round and 2-5. Would you like to see a 7-game series?
Yeah, I wonder if it'll go like 5-7 or something like that. I'm sure changes are going to be made, but really it starts with like the end date of the season, because even next year there's going to be more teams, more games. Like, we can't squeeze any more than we've already squeezed. This is the biggest thing that's going to happen in the WNBA this season, and we want to make sure that, as we finish the year, we're putting this great taste of and wanting people to come back and get ready for next season.